Welcome everyone, and welcome to this presentation about working together in a global company. During this brown bag, I would like to share with you my personal 7 suggestions to effectively work with remote colleagues. I think this presentation is very useful for new starters in a global company or for people that are starting working from home. And uh, Slido is not provided for this presentation, so if you have a question, just raise your hand and do it during the presentation or at the end. Who am I? I am Saverio, and I joined Expedia Group as a software engineer almost 9 years ago. And I started working in a little office, the Venere office. And at that time, it was pretty easy reach out to the other engineers to collaborate because the entire technology team was at the very same floor. Later on, I joined HCOM technology teams, and for the first time, I started working in a global environment because we have office across several locations. And I started noticing some difference with the previous asset of the small office. But only later on, when I started working up to 2 days per week from home, I realized that working in a global company has a lot in common with the remote work, and some of the good practice of the remote work can be applied to a global environment as well. So I collected those 7 suggestions, and let's start. The first suggestion is know every collaboration tools. What this mean? The virtual technology is the thing that enable the collaboration across locations. I guess that everyone know what are the tools we use. We have Slack for the chat, Confluence for the wiki, Jira for the ticketing, and so on. My suggestion is that you should also know what are the features of those tools to improve the collaboration with the others. And additionally, each team can add a specific tool to optimize their work. For example, we use a lot the whiteboard when we are in the office, and we now have a replacement for the whiteboard, let's say a virtual whiteboard that allow us to collaborate even when we are remote. The second suggestion is communicate asynchronously. Let's suppose to be in a small office, and it is easy to reach physically a person to ask him or her something, so to ping physically someone. In a remote environment, this is not possible, so we can't reach persons, so we need a replacement for it. And this replacement is to start using issue mentions. For example, we can mention someone in chat or mention someone in a Jira ticket, for example. And remember that those tools are public, and the discussion can be also read by the entire team. And for this reason, remember to use those tools even when you are working from the office. But this kind of asynchronous communication is not always the best choice. For long discussion or for discussion that requires an immediate feedback, it is better to schedule a call. And during the call, if you have the possibility, then wear a headset like this one I'm wearing now with the directional microphone, because this really improves the audio quality for everyone. The suggestion number 3 is to communicate your status. Basically, keep in mind that people can't see you. If you are at home, the other can't see you, what you are doing. And even if you are in the office, someone that is working from home or from another location can see you as well. So it is important to make it clear for everyone what are you working on, and also when are you working. Let's make an example. Slack has a feature to set your status. You can set your status to available when you are working at computer, and you can also set your status like having lunch during lunchtime, in a meeting if you are busy in a meeting, out of office, and so on. This allows the others knowing what are you doing and if you are actively working or not. Let's make a couple of examples. Usually I start the day like this, by writing good morning in the Team Slack channel. Do you know what is the purpose of this message? Well, this message, when I'm working from home, this message let the team know that I am ready to work, that I started working basically. And even if I'm in the office, this message let the others know that I arrived at the office and I'm working. So for the remote ones. Let's make another example. In this example, I asked something to solve an issue, and I didn't get the answer I was looking for. But I got this, let's say, a knowledge answer. Do you think this is an important answer or not? Well,
It's important.
yeah, it is really important because this answer let me know that someone is looking after my question. And additionally, this answer let the team know that someone is already processing that request. So it is a way of communicate the status. Good one. Let's move on to the suggestion number 4. Plan the future. Let's make directly an example. During the daily stand-up meeting, in the past, I used to talk a lot about what has already been done the day before. But in a global environment, I suggest to put the focus on the future. So the suggestion is to use the meetings with the team to plan the future and to share your future plans, because this will increase the chance to work together. The suggestion number 5 is do be seen. So my question is, do you normally wear a paper bag over your head in the office? I guess no. So then why hide your face during an online meeting? When we are not turning on the webcam, some part of the communication is missing, because the communication is made of a verbal part and a non-verbal part, and both are very important. So my suggestion is to always turn on the webcam. Maybe when the meeting is too crowded, it is better to not turn the webcam on and just to save the bandwidth. But for sure, when you are talking, it is good to turn it on. Like the webcam, I suggest to set a profile picture in our tool. In our specific case, we have Slack, Confluence, Jira, and so on that accept the profile picture. Using a profile picture will help the other to associate the face with the names. Going ahead, the suggestion number 6 is meet in person. Unfortunately, during this period we can't, but in general, it is good to bond in real life with your work friends. So please take any opportunity to team building to improve the bonding with your colleagues. And in the case of colleagues in another location, during business trips, take advantage to spend time with the others and make sure to have fun together. The last tip, the number 7, is say thank you. If someone helps you in some way, then I suggest to thank him or her. For example, we can thank using an issue mention in chat or on a ticket, because it is important to give credits, and these make the future collaboration easier. And lastly, it is always nice to receive a thanks. So that's all for this presentation. I hope you all are now aware that the fact that someone is remote is only a details, because the entire team needs to start working in a new way to make it happen.